filing of Gstr 3B. A taxpayer is required to file Form Gstr 1 and 2, Gstr 3 return for every tax period. In case of extension of due dates for filing of Gstr 1 and Gstr 2, Gstr 3B needs to be filed by them, in addition to the Gstr 3 return, as and when notified by the government. Note: taxpayer must submit Gstr 3B even if there is no business activity. No return. Mismatch report will not be generated based on Gstr 3B, rather the same will be generated only after filing of Gstr 1, 2 and 3 for the applicable tax period. Amendment of Gstr 3B is not allowed. In case you want to reset the Gstr 3B after filing is initiated, click the Reset Gstr 3B button. 1. Go to the GST Common Portal homepage by accessing the link given below, https://www.gst.gov.in/. 2. Go to the user login page and enter your valid credentials and click on the login page. 3. Your dashboard will appear after login. Go to the Services tab, click on Returns Dashboard, to proceed further. 4. The File Returns page will appear. Select the financial year in the return filing period, which is the month for which the taxpayer would like to file the return, and then click on Search option to proceed accordingly. 5. The File Returns page is displayed. Click on the Monthly Return Gstr 3B tile tab. Click on Prepare Online. 6. An advisory page will be displayed. Click on the OK button. 7. A series of questions will be displayed. The user is required to select the relevant section as per the respective applicability. Click on the Next option to move further. 8. Gstr 3B page will be displayed. 9. In order to furnish the details, click on the 3.1 tile Tax on Outward and Reverse Charge Inward Supplies. 10. Enter the total taxable value, integrated tax, central tax, state UT tax and cess amount under respective nature of supplies column. In case of other outward supplies, nil rated, exempted, and non-GST outward supplies, the total taxable value shall imply the total values of such supplies, excluding taxes. Click on the Confirm button to proceed. 11. Out of supplies shown in earlier table. 3.1. Declare the details of intrastate supplies made to unregistered persons, composition taxable persons and UIN holders in the respective subsections along with the place of supply. The details mentioned in this table will not be considered in computation of output liability. Please ensure the details of intrastate sales declared here is part of the declaration in Table 3.1 above and it doesn't exceed the amount declared over there. In order to furnish the details of intrastate supplies made to the unregistered persons, composition taxable persons and UIN holders and taxes thereon, click on the Interstate Supplies tile tab to proceed further. 12. Details of intrastate supplies made to unregistered persons. Composition Taxable Person and UIN Holders tab will be displayed. Supplies made to unregistered persons. A. In the section Supplies made to unregistered persons, from the place of supply, state UT, drop-down list, select the place of supply. B. Enter the total taxable value for each state UT, under the total taxable value field. C. Enter the amount of integrated tax under the amount of integrated tax field. Please ensure that the integrated tax amount provided here do not exceed the integrated tax liability declared at A. Row in Table 3.1. D. Only integrated tax amount has to be declared, cess amount is not required to be mentioned. E. Click on the Add button to provide details of such supplies for another state. Note: select the checkbox and click on the Remove button to erase the data added. The system will accept only one entry for each place of supply. The details of tax paid on exports may not be entered here. Supplies made to composition taxable persons. A. In the section Supplies made to composition taxable persons, from the place of supply, state UT, drop-down list, select the place of supply. B. Enter the total taxable value for each state UT, under the total taxable value field. C. In the amount of integrated tax field, enter the amount of integrated tax. Please ensure that the integrated tax amount provided here do not exceed the integrated tax liability declared at A. Row in Table 3.1. Only integrated tax amount must be declared, cess amount is not required to be mentioned. D. Click the Add button to provide details of such supplies for another state. Note: select the checkbox and click the Remove button if you want to remove the data added. The system will accept only one entry for each place of supply. The details of tax paid on exports may not be entered here. The information regarding supplies to composition taxable persons has to be based on the information available with the taxpayer. Supplies made to UIN holders. A. In the section Supplies made to UIN holders, from the place of supply, state UT, drop-down list, select the place of supply. B. Enter the total taxable value for each state UT under total taxable value field. C. In the amount of integrated tax field, enter the amount of integrated tax. Please ensure that the integrated tax amount provided here do not exceed the integrated tax liability declared at A. Row in Table 3.1. Only integrated tax amount has to be declared, cess amount is not required to be mentioned. D. Click the Add button to provide details of such supplies for another state. Note: select the checkbox and click the Remove button to remove the data added. The system will accept only one entry for each place of supply. The details of tax paid on exports may not be entered here. The information regarding supplies to UIN holders has to be based on the information available with the taxpayer. 13. In order to furnish the ITC details, click on the Eligible ITC tab to proceed. 14. The eligible ITC dashboard will be displayed. Furnish the desired details as following. A. ITC available, whether in full or part, Declare here the details of credit being claimed on inward supplies made during the tax period, further categorized into 1. Import of goods. 2. Import of services, should have been declared in 3.1 for tax liability under reverse charge mechanism. 3. Inward supplies on which tax is payable on reverse charge basis, should have been declared in 3.1 for tax liability on supplies attracting reverse charge. 4. Credit received from ISD, Input Service Distributor. 5. Any other credit. This will cover all inward supplies from registered taxpayers on which tax has been charged. Transition relation credits should not be mentioned here. Transition credit should be claimed through GST Tran 1. B. ITC reversed. Any reversal of ITC claimed as per applicable rules will be declared in this section and the same will be reduced from the credit as per A. above. C. Net ITC available, AB. This section will be auto-calculated by the system considering the values provided in A and B, ITC available and ITC reversed. D. Ineligible ITC. ITC which is not eligible needs to be declared here. Please ensure it is not availed or reversed in A and B above. 15. After clicking on the Confirm option, you will be directed to the landing page of the GSTR 3B. Further, to add the values of exempt, nil, and non-GST inward supplies, click on the respective tab and proceed accordingly. 16. The values of exempt, nil rated and non-GST inward supplies page is displayed. Furnish the desired details as following. Declare the values of inward supplies with respect to the following, in this section. 1. From suppliers under composition scheme, supplies exempt from tax and nil-rated supplies. 2. Supplies which are not covered under GST Act. The above values must be declared separately for intrastate and interstate supplies. Click on the Confirm option after furnishing the data. 17. After clicking on the Confirm option, you will be directed to the landing page of the GSTR 3B. Further, to furnish the details of the interest and late fee payable, click on the respective tab. 18. The interest and late fee payable page is displayed. Furnish the details as following. Select the checkbox for declaration in case you wish to declare any interest liabilities. Interest is payable on the delayed payment of taxes after the last date as well as for invoices/debit notes declared in current tax period belonging to earlier tax period. The self-calculated interest liability needs to be declared by the taxpayer in this field. Interest for both reverse charge as well as for forward charge related liabilities needs to be declared here. Late fee is auto-calculated by the system based on the date of filing and the due date for the return. There are no late fees payable for IGST and cess and hence the same has been disabled. Late fee for the month includes previous month's late fee charged due to delay in filing of return. The calculation is date of filing, date of submission or due date of filing, whichever is later, 100/day per act, see GST. Click on the Confirm option after furnishing the data. 19. After clicking on the Confirm option, you will be directed to the landing page of the GSTR3B. Click on the Save option, in order to save the furnished data. 20. After clicking on the Save GSTR3B, a success message is displayed on the top of the page that the data has been successfully added. Click on the Preview Draft GSTR3B option to view the summary page of the respective GSTR3B. Download the draft summary page of the respective GSTR3B for the review. The PDF file generated would bear the watermark of the draft as the respective liabilities are yet to be offset. The PDF file will be displayed. 21. After viewing the respective application, to pay the taxes and offset the respective liability, consider the following steps. Click on the Proceed to Payment option. The cash available as on date and ITC available, considering ITC if current tax period, will be displayed in the below given table. Note: 1. The tax liabilities as declared in the respective return along with the credits gets updated in the ledgers and reflected in the tax payable column of the payment section. Credits get updated in the credit ledger and the updated balance in available and can be seen while hovering on the set headings of credit in the payment section. 2. Please provide the amount of credit to be utilized from the respective available credit heads to pay off the liabilities, so as a cash. Note: System has auto-populated tax to be paid through ITC fields with optimum utilization amounts based on provisions of the law relating to credit utilization. However, you may edit the ITC utilization. As you change ITC utilization, the cash to be paid will also get changed. If available cash balance in electronic cash ledger is not sufficient to offset liabilities, additional cash required for paying liability is being reflected in the last column of the table, addition cash required. You may create challenge for that amount directly by clicking on the Create Challenge button. Click the Make Payment Post Credit to Ledger button to pay off the liabilities or to claim credit in case of no liabilities. Note: you can click the Preview Draft GSTR3B button to view the summary page of GSTR3B for your review. It is recommended that you download the summary page and review the summary of entries made in different sections with patience before making payments. Once you click the Make Payment Post Credit to Ledger button and pay off the liabilities, you cannot make any changes to the Form GSTR3B. Note: on click of Make Payment Post Credit to Ledger button, GST Portal will check the available cash ledger balance. In case of insufficient balance, you do not have sufficient balance in electronic cash ledger. Do you want to create challenge? Pop-up message is displayed. On click of Yes, Create Challenge button is displayed. you can create the challan and proceed further to make the payment. A confirmation message is displayed. Click the Yes button. 22. Now, click on the Proceed to File button and proceed accordingly. 23. Select the checkbox for declaration. 24. From the Authorized Signatory drop-down list, select the Authorized Signatory. 25. Now, file the GSTR3B with either DSC or EVC button. 26. Click on the Proceed button. 27. A success message will be displayed. And thereafter, the status of the GSTR3B will be stated as filed.